So, today I'm going to talk a little bit about the new release plans of TuneCore. First of all, I'm not affiliated with TuneCore, of course. It's just the music distribution platform of my choice, and they recently changed their ways completely. They became the Netflix of music distribution, so to say, and I'm sure they're not the only ones. But since I'm using them, I'm talking about them, and you can find out about music distribution on the way in 2022 and how it has changed, because it has changed quite a bit. Let's drop into the matter. So originally TuneCore was set up so that you can distribute your music with TuneCore by paying for each individual release. And this was recently changed to a release plan structure. So that means you pay an annual fee and then you are free to go to release as much music as you want. That's a drastic change. And this is also what I mean with they became the Netflix of music distribution, is that they offer flat rates instead of release fees, and they are a lot cheaper than what an individual release would cost. So I don't really know how this works on a business level, but I guess it makes sense for them, otherwise they wouldn't do it. And for us musicians and producers, this only means one thing: we can go about and release as much music as we want and as much iterations of tracks as we want, individually, with a label or without a label. Because in 2022, you know, the music market is working that way. There are individual artists and independent artists, true independent artists like myself, that are able to live off their music by selling the music themselves and organizing that themselves. That of course comes with difficulties. It's not easy to organize a musical project. Therefore, that's actually a good thing with professional labels, is that they can take a little bit of that weight off your shoulder as a music producer. But on the other hand, having full control over your artistic output is super amazing, great for all musicians. And it showed in the last years one of the popular ways of musicians getting signed into big record labels for $1 million deals is that they got discovered through virality on TikTok. And the intelligent ones, they didn't sign those multi-million-dollar deals. We can get into that in another video, into how the big market, the big players work, because it's really detrimental for most musicians to sign those deals if they have like one viral hit and then they get signed and then they are basically in debt, because this is how that works. But that's for a whole nother video, so let's not get into that too much. Back to the point, any musician can distribute their own music and keep full artistic integrity and keep full artistic and monetary control in the end. So what does that ultimately mean for us musicians? Well, we can put out as many singles as we want, we can put out as many EPs as we want, and as many albums for an extremely low fee. In this case, it starts with 15 euros, which is nothing for the Rising Artist plan. And the Rising Artist plan, to just explain it to you for a second, is basically you pay that flat fee of 15 euros and then for 1 year you can release as much music as you want under one name without any additional support features or anything else, but under this one name you can release as much music as you want, and that's already really powerful. And then there are two more plans, and those plans, they offer more features. One of the most important ones for labels is definitely with the higher tier plans. You can release different artists, and even for many independent artists that could make sense if they have different styles and projects that they are working on, so that they can just split, you know, the music accordingly and distribute it in that way. That's really amazing. Pretty much like for the people that didn't know it yet, well, those plans exist now. You pay a very small fee and then you can just drop out as much music as you want. That's really great for independent artists, in my opinion, because now, yeah, you can put out a lot more music without thinking much about it, especially singles. And singles in overall sales and productions in the last years just skyrocketed in comparison to album productions and sales. Singles and EPs are, you know, rising and albums are basically falling. And this is also partially because of those new distribution methods, I think, that everybody should have a look into. So I should probably research a little bit more and look for other competitors like CD Baby or DistroKid or other competitors and look into their plans and see what they have on offer, because if TuneCore has such a strong offering, then probably they, as the direct competitor to TuneCore, have to follow suit if they haven't already. That's basically it. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did like that video, find it informative, then please leave a like. Also, if you have any questions about the music distribution world, especially when it comes to independent music distribution and also music production, then please feel free and drop it down in the comment section below. We are working on bringing back the Instinct Learning web space. There is some technical issue, but that should be resolved latest tomorrow. So then you can head back to www.instinct-learning.com. That's www.instinct-learning.com. It's a space where you can find a lot of helpful things for music producers and artists. And I hope that I see you in the next video. I have another cool scripted projects coming up, so stay tuned for them dropping soon. I'm working on them, but because of their nature, they're a little bit more involved to produce actually and take a little bit more time. Hope that everyone has a lovely day, and I see you guys in the next one. Cheers and goodbye.